bagging and boosting algorithms. The working approach of these bagging and boosting algorithms. When coming to the bagging and boosting algorithms, you have random forest, you have AdaBoost, you have gradient boosting method, you have extra trees, you have XGBoost, and one of the ancient one is CatBoost. We are not working on CatBoost now, and little XGBoost also people stopped working, and AdaBoost also. Most probably used ones are random forest, gradient boost, and little XGBoost. Extra trees also people stopped using, very little. So just the difference is in the trees. We will talk about the trees part later, but here the working approach when coming to the normal algorithms and when coming to this algorithms, why they are called as bagging and boosting algorithms is, you consider the data. The working approach over here is in the not in the resampling process. They have a unique approach. But the sample sizes divided by 10 only. You get 10 values in each and every sample. That is the sample size we have to calculate is in the same way. Total number of data divided by 10. Suppose you have 2100 divided by 10. That means 210 records. So here I am considering a sample, 210 records. Note the accuracy. Throw all these records within the data. Again pick up another sample. Note the accuracy. Again throw all these records. In that way, it do perform minimum 100 times. Minimum 100 times. So why this is called as bagging and boosting algorithm is, when the data is considered, when you are picking up the sample, at the back end, you have good amount of data. That means 9 partitions of data is at the back end. Out of 100 records, I am taking only 10 records. That means 90 records at the back end will be boosting the front end model. That means it says, ikkada data undindi. No need of like worrying about, even though you won't get accuracy with your model, we can boost your model. We have lump sum amount of data at the back. So don't worry about it at all. It's something, it boosts the front end model. So always good amount of data is stored at the back end. And only with a small part of data, the front end model will work. Once it is done, it throw all the data back to the data and it again picks up the sample. So in that way, actually it works. That is the reason it is called as bagging and boosting algorithm. Usually, let me tell you why we are reading it. That means why we are sampling it 100 times. In a very simple way, if I wanted to tell you, suppose if I give, let us go a little off the topic. Suppose if I give a book to you and I wanted you to read that particular novel. For the first time, you just understand what it is. When you are reading the book again for the second time, how do you feel? What is your feeling when you are reading the book? You will be little more understanding the book. Suppose if you are reading the book for 10 times, how do you feel? You will be a intermediate level. You yourself can tell that particular thing to everyone. Suppose you are reading the same book for your 100th time, you will be a master in that, no? You will be a pro in that. Without book also you can say, in this book, this particular page, this is the thing, is something which you can say. In that way, when you are considering the sample, suppose 100 records, we are doing 10 samples, we are doing for 100 times. That means each and every record, in the worst case, it will be trained or it will be tested for 10 times. That means it will be getting a more better understanding on the data, so that people say that apart from all the algorithms, when coming to this bagging and boosting algorithms, they overcome overfitting problem. That is the biggest advantage for this particular thing. That means we say this bagging and boosting algorithms advantages are overcomes overfitting. Overfitting is a problem for all the machine learning algorithms, but here it overcomes overfitting. But again, the disadvantage is it do have overfitting problem. How come? Because we are saying that it overcomes overfitting. How come we say that it is overfitting problem? Again, that will be the disadvantage, because I give a book to you and I wanted you to read. If suppose I give a 8th class student machine learning book, can he understand? Even though he read it for 100 number of times also, he can't understand. Sometimes few things might not have the capability of taking it. That time still little part of overfitting problem will ultimately exist. That is the disadvantage for this. We will talk about this particular thing in a very detailed way in tomorrow's class.